Do you guys know what Detox Day is? Well, it comes after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, or after any holiday or occasion where you have fallen off the wagon from your health and wellness goals. That's when the Detox Day comes. And to celebrate the Detox Day today with me, I have Wendy, who very recently has started working on her health and wellness goals. But then this holiday weekend happened and she reached out. So I'm kind of curious to know what went on with Wendy and how she and I are going to start celebrating 4 days of detox. So Wendy, welcome to Ask Nutritionist Deepa's podcast.
Thank you. Celebrating a detox. I don't know.
Okay. Oh my God, are you ready for detox? Really? Um, so Wendy, just to let our audience know that you very recently started making some changes, right? Like how
Yeah,
many weeks ago?
just barely two. I think I quit sugar on my own on November 1st,
Yes.
technically, and then I
Yeah.
contacted you a week later.
Yeah.
So it's always good to start right before the holidays.
So,
Great. It's great.
that's good. So Wendy, tell us during this past weekend, what happened? What are some of the things that you felt that you did okay with, where you fell off the wagon, and then that will help us pick up our pieces and move forward.
Okay. Well, I thought I was a little more prepared for Thanksgiving than I was. Had all my adult children come home, and so there are certain foods that they expect and that they want, certain baked goods that they expect and want. And so I was determined to not have those. I didn't do perfect.
Okay.
I did perfect with one, and then the second thing I had a little bit. But I tried to, I was just mindful. I said, okay, I'm going to have half a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin, not a whole one, and not the whole bag. And so I stuck pretty good with that. I thought I would do better on the meal, but I ate too much stuffing, dressing.
Okay.
I was trying to avoid that.
Okay.
I guess there were cashews in it, so a little bit of health.
Every bit will count.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so, but I had a lot of roasted vegetables. So I made a lot of roasted vegetables to keep myself satisfied and to fill up my plate. And even the family ate some. I avoided the mashed potatoes. I avoided the sweet potatoes. But I did have cranberry jelly.
Sure.
So, and then fortunately, one of the pies I tried to make did not turn out very well. So after I tasted it and nobody else wanted any, it is normally something that I would keep and binge for sugar. It was pumpkin and cream cheese. But when I realized it wasn't really worth how I feel afterwards, I dumped it. So that was a positive for sure. For sure.
So, my goodness. So, what I'm hearing a lot from you that you were much more mindful and much more aware of at least what your goals are, and you did your best under the circumstances in terms of cooking more vegetables and not indulging in as much sugar. And I guess what might have helped you with not having very strong cravings for the desserts was because you were pretty much clean for 2 to 3 weeks prior to this holiday.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
I'm sure that had to have helped.
right? Because otherwise, if you're in that sugar craving cycle, it's very difficult not to eat it once you start eating it. So I think on some level, your timing is perfect that you started just before holidays, and this holiday, the falling of the wagon, I personally feel is a really good thing that happens to us because it allows us to identify the problems, and it allows us to see our own abilities and come up with solution as to what can be done differently next time it happens. So it's just part of preparation.
Yeah.
And I think what I really liked about you that instead of feeling guilty, that most of us feel when we know that we did something that we are not supposed to do, that just how the human brain works, that you decided to take that guilt and turn into an action step.
Thank you. That's absolutely true, because when I say, so those muffins are like cupcake size, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I would eat
Yeah.
7 or 8 easily
Yeah.
in one sitting. So yeah.
So, yeah, no, you are on a right track. And like we had discussed a few weeks ago, it's a process. And every holiday, every occasion is going to challenge us. And to help you out and to help those out who are probably going through the same dilemma or same situation right now, I decided to have you on the podcast instead of just answering your question over the email, and kind of get you started on a detox.
Right.
Just
Okay.
3 to 4 day of detox, just to reset the system. Because what happens is when you eat, or rather overeat of wrong things, specifically sugar and high fats and artificial colors and flavors and everything, that comes with overindulging, two organs get affected the most. One is your digestive system, and the second one is your liver. Okay. And we really need to give our GI, digestive system, and liver a break, because it has overworked,
Right.
right? So
Right.
that's the whole point of doing this detox. And the detox doesn't have to be extreme, but again, detox is like taking the mindfulness to even higher level and making it as easy as you can for your body, so you are not eating too much food that is where your digestive system has to work harder. You are not eating or drinking anything where your liver has to now work even harder than it needs to be. So to show you the how the detox process works, I made this little show and tell
I love that. I need that.
tray for you. And we will go through this tray, or the everything on this tray, one item at a time.
Oh, perfect.
The sun is really bothering me, but
Yeah, you're
you
getting
know
really dark.
I know I'm getting really dark here. uh, but the sun is so precious that I don't know which way to go now. Well, hold on.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good.
I will have to ask them to remove it. That's what I should have done, probably. I don't know. Is this better?
Yeah, I think it's going to be better.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So what I have here is this detox food tray, and we will go one item at a time. So number one on your list is going to be water with some sort of a citrus, specifically lemon, okay, or lime, or orange, because the oil, the special compounds in the skin, which is in the skin of the lemon, is what helps us clean the liver. Okay. Now you will notice that towards the end, this last bottom 1 inch of the water later on becomes very bitter, and that bitter water is what you want. Okay.
Okay.
So my recommendation for you is going to be fill a large bottle of water in the morning and infuse it with few lemon slices. Okay, and keep drinking out of it throughout the day. You can also put some chia seeds in there.
Oh,
And now the chia and lemon, because chia is going to give you that fiber, lemon is going to give you that cleansing, that soap. So think of the chia lemon water as your soap and sponge solution that you would use to clean
wow.
anything. Okay. So there are going to be some chia in there and this lemon water. So that's number one. Then you want to focus on specific vegetables. Okay. Cauliflower. I have cauliflower here. Radishes. Okay. Beet. And if you have any question about beet, ask me. So cauliflower, broccoli, radishes, uh, Swiss chard or kale. These are the vegetables you want to either roast or steam or lightly stir fry with some turmeric, black pepper, and have it at least 2 to 3 times a day.
Does it matter if they're frozen or do they need to be
No,
fresh?
they can be frozen.
Okay.
No need to just go after fresh. And good news is frozen cauliflower is available. Frozen kale is available. Frozen broccoli is available. So I know that you are a busy woman with children and lot of responsibilities. So I want to make sure this detox is easy in terms of meal prep. So that was a good question. So the frozen vegetables are just fine. Radishes you want to eat raw.
Okay.
Okay. And you can sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on top or lemon juice or vinegar, but don't use any oil. Okay. The ideal detox bowl, I would say, is going to be you roast all these vegetables and just make a mustard maple dressing, like ground mustard, little bit of lemon juice, maybe dash of maple syrup or honey, and put it on these vegetables. It's going to be very flavorful.
Wow. Okay.
Because remember, mustard is also a huge detoxer.
Okay.
Because mustard, cauliflower, broccoli, radishes, they come from the same family of vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, which help with liver detox. The other vegetable that I almost forgot, but which is in season right now, is Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
So if you just roast Brussels sprouts, not with oil and butter and sugar, then but just roasting it on its own with maybe some vinegar, spices, and have a bowl of it, that's going to be fantastic. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's with vegetables. Beets, have you ever tried beet?
No.
No.
Just pickled
Okay.
in a jar.
Because
Eat
it's
it.
a jar. Okay, all right. So
I
at
wouldn't know
least
what to do with it.
it's very easy. It's a very tough vegetable. It's a root vegetable, so it's like sweet potato when it's
Okay.
raw in terms of texture. As you can see, it's very tough. So you wash it and you are going to roast it, I would say probably for 45 to 55, 60 minutes almost. Okay. And once it is done, you remove the skin, if only if it is very tough skin. These are organic beets, so I'm going to try to keep the skin, uh, but you can remove it if you feel that it's very thick. But once it is roasted, then you are going to chop it into small squares. Okay. And
Okay.
then again, drizzle with any dressing, any vinegar, lemon juice, or even that mustard dressing that we talked about. And have it for snack. Who cares? Who's watching us, right? The goal here is to detox as much as you can from every bite of food you eat.
Right.
So that's how you're going to try beets this week.
Yay!
I hope you are excited.
I actually am. How sad is that? I actually am excited to try beets.
That's good because beets really have, especially after roasting, the sweetness gets really concentrated and it caramelizes a bit, and it has nice sweet taste to it.
Okay.
And the sweetness with little bit of sourness from the vinegar or heat from any spice or mustard is just perfect. So
Okay.
that's easy. Then the other food group you want to focus on, it's going to be beans and lentils. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about white kidney beans, or they are called as cannellini beans or navy beans. Okay, so there are different kinds of um, white kidney beans available. Now, all beans are good, but white kidney beans somehow have shown to have a property which contributes to weight loss.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
And if you cook with white beans, you will know that there's a lot of like a like a gelatin type of residue around these beans. It's little spongy. It's very slippery, but it blends really well when you add it to soup or anything. So it doesn't really have taste, you know.
Okay.
And I personally feel that there is prebiotic fiber in that liquid, you can say, or on in these beans, and that's why after cooking we get the texture that these particular beans offer to us. And I think that prebiotic fiber is the one which is really helping with our digestive system. Remember, I said we have to focus on our GI tract when it comes to detoxing, and I think these great northern beans are going to help us with that as well. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
make a soup
Yeah.
or a stew with it. The other good one is going to be some flax seeds. Okay.
Okay.
Again, you can start sprinkling the flax seeds on your vegetables, or we are going to talk about a smoothie, a detox smoothie, which is going to have some blueberries.
Question.
Hmm?
Question. Sorry about the flax. Does it have to be grounded, or they can be whole seeds?
No, the whole is better.
Oh, okay.
The whole is better. You want to make sure you are chewing on them properly.
Okay.
Okay. If you have the powder, that's fine. Go ahead and use it.
Okay.
But the whole is always going to be better. Okay. So I was going to talk. Yeah, I was talking about smoothie. So the smoothie is going to be 1 cup of berries, 1 cup of spinach, 1/4 cup of pineapple, and 2 tablespoons of raw oats, chia seeds, flax seeds, and some almond milk or coconut milk or soy milk. Okay, the recipe will be included in the newsletter, so everybody just focus on the content. You will have the recipe, and Wendy, that's going to be your breakfast. Okay,
Okay.
and then throughout the day you are basically going to eat what I just showed you on this tray and their friends,
Okay.
basically. Okay, and if you're absolutely starving, you can have a little bit of quinoa or a baked potato or sweet potato. What
Okay.
you definitely don't want is any kind of meat, any kind of fried food, any desserts, anything that is heavy, cheese, eggs, any of those things.
Okay.
So, and remember, you're going to start with just maybe 2 days and at the most go for 4 days.
Right.
So this is not for your entire life. So don't feel overwhelmed by it.
I'm going to put you to the test. I'm really going to try to be committed to 4.
That's fine. Personally, I feel even 1 or 2 days is going to benefit us.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
we as human beings, we feel, oh my God, we need to eat a lot. We need a lot of food. No, we don't need a lot of food. Small quantities. We want our cells, our body to become very efficient in using what we have. Okay. Okay. Last but not the least, drink options. Now, Wendy, we are working on some issues here as far as her water consumption is concerned. Okay, and the alternate is going to be some sort of a herbal tea. I'm going to recommend the tulsi tea or green tea. Okay, you can try the matcha powder, but again, these drinks are not they are not going to be similar to the flavored waters that you like to drink, but you will be surprised as your taste buds change. You will start developing taste for real water, and you will start actually enjoying some green tea.
Okay.
Okay, so green tea or matcha or any herbal tea, water with lemon, and all these vegetables and that we talked about. When it comes to fruit, you can have some pomegranate or an orange, kiwi, something light.
Okay.
Berries are fine. Okay, and yeah, that's how we are going to do it for 4 days.
It sounds so simple. Simple.
It's simple.
Simple, but not always easy.
Correct, you got it. It's
Okay.
simple, but you have to focus on doing it one day at a time, maybe one meal at a time, and start the process.
Sure.
Okay, and it will
Okay.
get easier. And like I said, even if you do it only for 1 or 2 days, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
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 So, oh, before I forget, so this is about the physical like detox for our body. Okay, but there is also we need detox for the all those negative thoughts. We need detox to get rid of some guilt or anger, whatever.
Right.
Right. So along with doing the food or following the food, I also want you to focus on breathing.
Okay.
Okay, even if you start paying attention to just taking few deep breaths every 1 hour more consciously, that's going to help you relax. That's going to help you get more oxygen in your system, which is going to help you obviously feel mentally better and physically better.
Sure. Okay. Can do that.
Yes, so I'm excited for you.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see is right. Unless we try, how would we know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So, Wendy, do you have any question? Anything you want to share?
No, no, I feel like I have a clear idea, a clear plan, and
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be accountable. That's even better.
Yes, and will if anybody out there has a question for me or Wendy, feel free to reach me via email or Facebook Messenger. Again, Wendy, thank you for being sport and coming on to the show and sharing your experience and joining this adventure for you to achieve your own health and wellness goals. So I wish you all the best. I want to thank everybody for watching the episode and hanging in there for me. I appreciate all of you. You can watch the episode on YouTube or listen to me on variety of podcast platforms, including Facebook. And I will see everybody next week. Until then, bye bye.